Hell or High Water was directed by David Mackenzie and stars Jeff Bridges, Chris Pine, and Ben Foster, and is the story of two brothers who resort to robbing banks to make some money for a very personal reason. Now, a lot of trailers and even the plot synopsis on IMDb are telling you why this reason is. I'm not going to, because I went to this movie not knowing the reason, and it made it more emotionally rich for me to discover that as the film went along, and that is something that this entire film has, an emotional richness. A lot of that is due to incredibly good performances, a very tight script, and finely tuned, deliberately slow-paced editing that paid off. It was actually really refreshing to see a movie take its time with its characters and really sit back and let the characters blossom, let small conversations happen. Jeff Bridges in this movie is like the Jeff Bridges. He's the Jeff Bridges you love. I mean, he does kind of talk like this. The Grid. And he's so good in this movie. I mean, I can't wait to get the Blu-ray to put on the subtitles, but I still love Jeff Bridges. He's the dude. I've always liked Chris Pine. I love him in the Star Trek movies. I liked him quite a bit in Unstoppable and a smaller movie he did called People Like Us. But here he gives a very emotionally subdued performance that really impressed me. And Ben Foster, I didn't even see Ben Foster. He disappeared into this character. He completely vanished. Fantastic acting. And in the past, I haven't been the biggest fan of Ben Foster, but he blew me away in this film. It's also gorgeously shot, beautiful cinematography, a lot of country music, not a fan. But it worked in this movie, and I can't really downgrade the movie just because I'm not a fan of country music, but it worked in this film, and it made it really feel like Texas, despite the fact that it's actually not shot in Texas. The bank robbery scenes were very exciting, but there's nothing about it that felt theatrical. It felt very much so as if I was watching something that could occur. It felt very realistic, and I really liked that about this movie, and I admired the way they made this film. It's actually really tough to pinpoint flaws with this film because everything is done so well. I suppose the only issue that I really have with it is that because it is slow paced, I'm not seeing replay value being very high. It's amazing to look at, the performances are good, everything about the movie's great. There's also a fantastic side character in this film, Jeff Bridges' partner, and I love the back and forth between these guys. They're the kind of guys that just insult each other over and over again, and I know a lot of guys like that. I have a lot of friends where we just rib each other constantly, and then we end with a pat on the back and it's all good because we know we're friends. And that was really cool to see between these characters, but there was also an amazing undercurrent of depth in their relationship that I thought was great. All in all, Hell or High Water is a very good Western thriller that is a great character study as well. I'm gonna give it an A-. I'm sorry it took me so long to review this movie. I actually saw it like 2 weeks ago, and it just became a thing where we officially moved into our new house. We moved all this furniture, and then we were having a renovation done on our bathroom because it needed repairs when we moved in, and that bathroom is right next to where I filmed, so my filming times were sort of dictated by when they were not making a shit ton of noise in the very next room and when they were. And so I tried to get it out as quick as possible, but gratefully I was able to talk about it. Definitely check this one out, guys. It's worth your time. Thank you so much as always for watching, and stay tuned this Sunday because my series of Ring reviews is starting, leading up to the newest Rings film. You guys are the best. Once again, thank you for watching. And if you like this, you can click right here and get Stuckmanized.